has been a long time since I've done a video. We have not gone on any Bigfoot expeditions since the day after my birthday. It is January 3rd, and we are heading down to Rye, Colorado. And on the way, we have a little stop. That's kind of exciting. But as you saw, I have Caspian. He is just now disappeared on the floor. I have Sam and I have Travis. So it is going to be fun to catch up and tell you everything that's been going on. Whew, so many lessons that we've learned. But anyway, we're excited and we will see what happens. So we are done with our business, and it was really exciting because we just got a home design project in Colorado City, and we went to the lot and Sam took pictures and Travis investigated everything. So we are now going up to the hiking trail that we had been on before. And of course, it's 3:50 in the afternoon. That's just the way it goes for us. But we had to get our work done first. And it's really nice that we are doing this as a family business. And we can combine it with Bigfooting, which is, of course, my favorite thing. Oh, and of course, Sam thought that he saw an interesting footprint on the land, which is just a field, so I don't know how. But he is testing out a Lidar, I don't know if it's Lidar or what, it's a Lidar scan on the phone. So he tested it out, and if I can make it so, I will put that in the video. I don't know how that works. But we are, like I said, heading up now into the wet mountains, and we will be at the hiking trail soon. Alright, so we have come across a bit of a hurdle, well, like a snow hurdle, because we passed the trailhead and the road is covered in snow. There's nowhere to park on the road. So Sam is looking to see if we can find something else. In the meantime, I really need to use some kind of facilities. So, all right, well, we are definitely having a very strange adventure. So we went up a forest road and we found this trail. It's actually a snowmobile and a cross-country skier trail. So we're gonna go up it a little bit. We're not gonna spend very much time here. It's getting late and it's cold, and Sam and I had to change and all sorts of things. So, and of course I have not found any bathroom. Every one that we found has been locked. So anyway, they are still getting ready. And one thing about, oh, the dog is so impatient. One thing about going in the winter is you have to make sure that you're prepared. I'm sure you've all heard about the Bigfooters that died in Washington State. And that's one thing that I would not do, is attempt to camp overnight. So again, we're not going to be gone very long. I rhymed. But, and besides, I'm getting hungry too. Great. All right, so we will see what happens.
Okay, so we are going up this way. We've come from that. Of course, it's going up and up. But I kept hearing things that way. Now, I know there's a house over there on that next ridge, but I don't know that anyone's there. It's winter. A lot of these places are just summer cabins. And then Sam heard a deep whoop that way. So, well, we're in prime time and there is nobody else out here. We will see what happens. As far as I'm concerned, this is golden. Look at the moon and Venus right there, if you can see it. It is amazing. What a beautiful sight to turn around the corner and see this. So we are sort of leveling out here, and we're going to be overlooking a canyon. So I'm gonna go up here and see. I don't really want to drop my phone on all this, but oh, look at how vast that forest is. And all those aspens. I bet this is really pretty in the fall. But from over here, and you can see down into that valley. Wow. Something else. Alright, well, we're gonna keep going up there a little bit. And again, there is the moon and Venus. We're going up there some more. Sam says it's going to turn or something. And he heard an owl over that way, if it really was an owl. And he thinks the whoop came from this direction. And of course, we're walking that direction. But I'm not really cold, so I'm just kind of hungry and I'm thirsty, but I don't want to drink anything right now. All right, well, we will see what happens. This is the end of the road for us. Oh, we are ready to turn around, but look at that sight through the trees. Oh, that is beautiful. I love it. Maybe I could get Sam to take a picture. Anyway, oh, it's her. I'm sure it goes on and on and on, but my thigh can't deal with it. And so we have to go back down this way. And I'll tell you while Sam is doing something, this fall was extraordinarily hard. And if you've watched my video channel, you know that one of the reasons why I like coming out to the woods and looking for Bigfoot is because of the metaphor that we think we're afraid of the monster lurking in the woods. But really, we're afraid of the monster of our circumstances, and even more than that, we're afraid of the monsters inside of us, especially the monster of inadequacy. And we have had to come face to face with that this fall, with my husband's business just slowing down. And we had, thankfully, a lot of support from our church, from our family, my parents, my brother, and some friends. And so we made it through. And on New Year's Eve, we got a contract to do this house in Colorado City. And now, today, things are beginning to open up, and it's very, very exciting. But one of the things that inspired me a couple weeks ago was watching a movie with Anthony Hopkins called The Bear. And in that movie, The Edge, sorry. Sounds right. The Edge. Right. The Edge.
The other actor.
Right, but Bart the Bear was in The Bear, but he was also in The Edge. So it's all about a survival incident in the Alaskan wilderness. And Anthony Hopkins, who plays this character named Charles, Alec Baldwin, who plays a character named Bob, and another character, they crash in an airplane. The pilot dies, and they crash into a lake, and these three survive. They get onto the shore, and they're trying to figure out what to do, and they just can't believe it. And Charles, who played by Anthony Hopkins, says, you know how people die in the wilderness? And he's really well read, a lot of theoretical knowledge, but not much practical. And so he says, do you know how people die in the wilderness? Is they die of shame because they can't stop thinking about what they did wrong, and they should have done this and they should have done that. And so he talked about that. So they said, he said they have to make a plan and they have to think. And so they did, and they decided nobody was going to look for them, and they started to try to walk out. And then they encountered a Kodiak bear who was played by Bart the bear. And one of the guys is eaten by the bear, and so there's two of them left, Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin. And so, and Sam knows, and I'm going to ask him. And so they start this fire, and they are being stalked, they're being circled, and Charles says, we have to kill the bear. And Alec or Matt or Bob has all sorts of doubts. And he doesn't think it'll work. So Charles makes Bob repeat, and this is what I'm going to have Sam do. Ready?
Kill the bear.
Yep.
Say it. Kill the bear.
Kill the bear. And then he says,
You want me to just say that?
yes, if one man.
No, I was saying the other thing.
No.
Where does it go?
If one man can do it, another man can do it. Say it.
If one man can do it, another man can.
That's it. Another man can do it. And so I was so inspired by that I realized I had to stop feeling shame and I had to do something myself. And that was a turnaround point. And I even made the guys, I showed them that scene to the guys, and I made them repeat it. Kill the bear. And what one man can do, another man can do. And that seemed to be a turning point in our mindset. So we had to kill the bear of this property and lack of clients. And it feels like we are succeeding. We can have triumph. And you can face these monsters, the monsters that are inside of yourself. And you can be victorious. And on the other side is joy and freedom and excitement. All right. It's funny, there's some lights way in the distance.
Let's stop here. I smell something.
What?
I smell something stinky.
Okay, Dad, you smell something stinky. I can't smell anything. I'm all stuffed up.
It's still very. I whiffed it and it was gone.
Ew.
Unless someone farted.
Not me.
Did you fart? Be honest.
Did you?
No.
Was it the dog? All right, well, I guess let's go back. All right, so we are back. Those taillights are our car. It's so good to be back to our car. I did think I heard either a tree knock or a tree snap. So that was really interesting. And I am thinking that we jump in the car and we go. I'm not sure I want to hang around here in the dark, but I think we're going to go back to Colorado City and have dinner at Three Sisters. I know Sam's hungry. I know I'm hungry. But of course, the dog has had a blast. So now we are going by the Bishop Castle. This is such a cool place. It's right there. Yeah. You can't, of course, see it, but it's a really cool place.
Hardly any
lights.
No, there aren't any lights.
See.
All right, so that is where we just passed. If you're ever in the Wet Mountains, be sure and go by that. Sadly, the man who built that over the years, he died about a month ago, but he had a really long, good life. All right, so we are going to Colorado City. We are very hungry. All right, so we just had dinner at Three Sisters, and I have to tell you, this is one of our favorite restaurants down here. If you travel in southern Colorado, be sure you try it out. Really like the decorations in there too. We were thinking that, or I was thinking that some of those fixtures and the walls and stuff would be great for our client. But anyway, we are headed home. We are very, very tired. All right, so we are back home and we're all exhausted. It's almost 10 o'clock, so hopefully we'll get a good night's sleep. But I just wanted to tell you about some ideas and plans I have for this coming year. So hopefully we're going to get out into the field a lot more. We have been slowed down because our battery on our truck needs to be replaced, and we haven't been able to do that yet, but hopefully soon. And then Sam and I continually talk about the summer and the fun things that we're going to do. And also, on another note, I am planning on writing some stories and planning on publishing those on Substack. I just created an account there, and some of the stories that I'm going to be writing is a continuation of a short story I wrote for Halloween about a family living in the 70s that I made their last name Burke, so it's the Burke Family Chronicles, basically. So I'm going to be hopefully writing one of those once a month, starting in February, releasing that. And I also have been working on a novel about a young man who has Asperger/autism who befriends a junior Sasquatch, and again, it's set in the 70s. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I hope I can get that done by the summer. We will see. So those are some of my plans this year, and don't know if we're going to be going on another Bigfoot expedition with Sasquatch Outpost and Sasquatch Clothing. Don't know that yet. Also, I am hopefully going to the Estes Park Bigfoot Conference again because Mariah Mayer is going to be there, and I can't wait to meet her. Last year I met Russ, and I'm really excited because January 22nd, the Expedition Bigfoot Show has a new season. So, and then big question is, and I think this might be fun to have you guys tell me what you think. Should I do the Bigfoot calling contest again? Last year, I won second place. Oh, there's the dog wanting eyes. The last year I won second place, and so many people said that I should have won. I lost to first place by 1 meter, like one of those sound meters. So when they registered the applause. So what do you think? Should I do that again? All right. Oh, and as you can see, I'm wearing a hat from Sasquatch Outpost and a sweatshirt. Daphne suggested this sweatshirt, and I really, really, really like it. Okay. So I think that's all. Again, hopefully we can get out more now that, God willing, our crisis is over and we can start really being productive with our businesses. And then I have a very whining dog. He was so tired. He was actually tired when we drove back. Now he wants ice and all sorts of things. All right, so that's all. This is Sasquatch Mom. Have a Squatch-tastic day.